right, everybody. Happy New Year. Today, January 1st, is our first game today. We'll have another one later this evening. Our starting lineup, we've got Ian, Merrick, Dean, Colton, Hayden, with Sawyer in net. We're playing Team Wyoming, and Rebels are in white. Merrick with the face-off. Face-off win by, I'm going to give it to Wyoming. They drive in. We've got some pressure from Dean. Back to Wyoming, shot and covered by Sawyer. Zoom in just a little bit more. All right, we're going to be taking this face-off to Sawyer's left. Merrick with the face-off again. Wyoming with a shot. Right off the face-off. Way to the side. Dean with it. Trying to get a pass up over to Merrick. Dean again. Dumps it into the zone. Merrick chasing after it. Reversed by Wyoming. They hold on to it. Trying to make a cross-ice pass. Enough interruption by Rebels. Colton chasing it down. Goes into the corner. A little bit of pressure there. Up to Wyoming. Merrick gets pushed down. Back to Wyoming. These boys are big. Back to Wyoming. Shot. Goal. All right. Brock with a face-off win. Picked up by Wyoming. Pass it over. Cross. Deke around Milo. Parker's there with a nice poke check. Some stick lifts up against the boards in the corner. Here comes Brock. Brock holding on to it. Brock stopping, trying to make a pass, gets picked off. Back over to Milo behind the net. Milo holds on to it. Chips it up the boards, stopped by Wyoming. Back over to Milo. Milo sets that kid down. We're going to have an icing call. All right, coming out, we got Mikey, Riker, Grayson, Aiden, and Hayden. Riker with the face-off. Wyoming with the face-off win. Back to their D. D with a shot. Kick to the side by Sawyer. Back into the corner. Pressure from Aiden and Mikey. Cleared out. We're going to have icing again. Oh no, they're waving it off. Nope, they didn't. So the interesting thing about this ice rink is that the ceilings are really low. So I can't really see the clock very well. We have 12:25 left in the first period. Coming back to Sawyer's left. Riker with a face-off. Riker with the face-off win over to Mikey. Mikey getting it over to Aiden. Aiden trying to get it up out, cleared out. Gets sent back over, picked up by Hayden with a block. Shot towards Sawyer, and he covers it. All right, coming out, we got Eli and Colton on D. Keeping out Mikey, Grayson, and Riker. Riker with the face-off went over to Grayson. Drops back to Colton. Colton holding on to it, flips it over to Eli. Eli chasing around the corner. Mikey and Eli there up against the boards. Wyoming still has possession, back to Mikey. Mikey holding on to it, trying to get a pass over. Intercepted by Wyoming. Riker chasing it down. Goes in. Deeks back. Mikey with some pressure. Riker with some pressure. Wyoming goes by. Eli there. Shot. Goal. Face-off win, I'm going to say by Wyoming. Wyoming picks it up, flips it over. Picked up by Ian. Dean grabs it. Dean gets tripped, and there's no call. Wyoming comes in, chased down, shot, but pushed off to the side by Sawyer. Cam trying to flip it out, able to clear it out. Recovered by Wyoming. Wyoming holding on to it. They do a pass back over to Wyoming. They drive in. Poke check by Cameron. And Milo. Shot on Sawyer, and he saves it. Back up over to Milo. Trying to clear it out. Picked up by Wyoming. Poke check by Cameron. Over to Ian. Ian flipping it up. Merrick chasing after it. Back to Wyoming. Wyoming digging around, poke check by Ian. Back over to Milo with some pressure. Back to Cameron. Cameron gets pinned up, cleared out of the boards. Brock's out. Brock with a little bit of a poke check, still not out of the zone. Back over to Wyoming. Brock able to clear it out. We're doing a full line change. So we got Fergie out with J-Ray, Parker, and Hayden. Brock stayed out. J-Ray pinned up against the boards. Back into Wyoming's zone. Behind the net. Picked up by Fergie. Back over to Brock. Brock holds on to it. Gets pickpocketed by Wyoming. They clear it out. Hayden chasing after it. Hayden with a clear out. Picked up by Wyoming. Back to J-Ray. J-Ray holds on to it. Drops back to Parker. Wyoming with a shot. Goal. Coming out. Riker with a face-off. Riker with the face-off. Win back to Aiden. Aiden trying to get it up. Picked off by Wyoming. Wyoming trying to make a shot. Goes to the side. Back to Riker. Riker holding on to it. Picked off by Wyoming again. They bring it in with a shot. Goes wide. Shot towards Robbie. He tries to cover it. Unable to. Puck behind the net. Goes into the far corner. Grayson's there. Puck gets up over to Mikey. Shot towards Robbie. Colton able to clear it up to Mikey. Mikey pinned up against the boards. Back to Colton. Riker's there to help out. Puck goes back behind the net. Shot by Wyoming. Grayson's able to get it into the neutral zone. Picked off, but then Riker comes in. Trying to make a shot towards the net. Gets pushed off to the side. Milo and Dean are out with Eli and Ian. Ian able to stop Wyoming player from coming into the zone. Back to Milo. Milo trying to clear it out. Stopped by Wyoming. Picked up again by Wyoming. They do a back pass. Shot towards. Goes off to the side. Eli with some nice pressure up against the boards. Trying to get it out. Picked up to Milo. Milo with a pass up to Dean. Dean coming in. Dean with it. Dean with a shot. Blocked. Still loose. Puck goes back behind. Cameron and Hayden out now. Back to Wyoming. They do a cross-ice pass. Dean's there with some pressure. Ian comes in. More pressure. Merrick's there. Merrick trying to clear it out. Gets it into Wyoming's zone. Wyoming takes a little bit of a reset. Does a cross-ice pass. Holding on to it. They do another cross-ice pass. Coming in. Hayden with some pressure back. Trying to make a shot. They make the shot, but goes wide. Picked up by Hayden. Hayden clearing it out. Waving off icing. Back into Wyoming's zone. J-Ray's out with, oh man. Hayden's by himself. Picked up. Shot. Robbie clears it. Cameron clearing it out. We're going to have no icing. Sorry. Somebody was there to receive that. We got Parker and Cameron on D right now. Unable to make a full line change. Brock's out. With Fergie and J-Ray. Puck goes back into neutral zone. J-Ray with some pressure. Puck goes back behind. Cameron clearing it out. Gets it up to Grayson. Grayson holding on to it. Dumps it in. Intercepted by Wyoming. They clear it out, and we've got Colton out on D with Parker. Colton with the pass over to Mikey. And offside call. Score is 3-0. Wyoming. 6:32 left in the first period. Riker, Grayson, Mikey, Colton, and Parker. Riker with a face-off win. Gets it over across the ice. Grayson picks it up. Gets pickpocketed by Wyoming. Wyoming trying to make a cross-ice pass to a shot. Unable to. Goes into the corner. Parker and Mikey hitting him up against the boards. Wyoming dekes back. Chipping it up the boards, getting it up to their D. Picked up by Mikey. Mikey with a pass over to Riker. We're going to have icing. All right, coming out, we got Aiden and Hayden. Florian Davis. Keeping out Grayson, Riker, and Mikey. Going to be on Robbie's left. Riker with the face-off. Wyoming with the face-off win. Pops back to their D. Stick lifting from Mikey. Trying to clear it out, and we have an offside call. According to the scoreboard, we don't have any shots on goal. I can attest to that. You can too, since you've been watching. Back to Riker. Shot towards Robbie. Robbie grabs it, clears it off to the side. Aiden picks it up, gets it up to Mikey. They try to make a shot back over. Grayson stops it, back to Mikey. Mikey dumps it in. Mikey going for a line change with Riker. Grayson going in and chasing it down. They're trying to make a pass. Oh, we got Hayden by himself. Pass over. Luckily that was a bad pass. Back up over to Wyoming behind the net. They go up to their D. We got Merrick, Dean, and Ian out. Back up over to their other D. They do a dump into the corner. Back behind the net. Wyoming grabs it again. Back over to the other corner. Merrick's chasing it. Merrick picks it up. Gets back over to Aiden. And then Hayden grabs it, clears it out. Gets it out to the neutral zone. Wyoming grabs it. And we have an offside call. Coming out, we got Eli and Milo. We're going to keep out Merrick, Dean, and Ian. Coming here on the near side from the face-off. Merrick taking it. Merrick with face-off. One goes back to Eli. Gets popped by somebody's skate. Eli trying to get it over to Ian. Clears it out of the zone. Goes back to neutral ice. Oh, picked off by Merrick. Merrick's got it. Merrick's with a shot. Goal! Goal, goal, goal! Yeah, Merrick! Woo! Beautiful, beautiful. Eli trying to clear it out. Picked up off by Wyoming. They make a shot that goes high. Up over to J-Ray. J-Ray holding on to it. Dumps it into the zone. Brock chasing after it. Goes on to the other side. Picked up by Fergie. Wyoming trying to deke around. Eli puts enough pressure. Brock's there. Brock with a beautiful hit. Gets over to Fergie. Fergie's going. Pressure up against the boards. J-Ray getting it up to Fergie. Eli and Mikey there with him. Mikey with a shot towards. Back to Eli. Another shot. Caught and covered. Woo! Let's go, Rebels! All right, so we got Riker, Grayson, Mikey, Cameron, and Colton. Riker with a face-off. Face-off went over to Grayson. Grayson with a pass back to Colton. Colton making a pass over to Mikey. Oh, Mikey with a shot. Still wide open. And caught and covered. Oh, so close. We're going to do another face-off. We're going to meet to the goalie's right. So our near side. Riker with the face-off again. Riker with the face-off went over to Mikey. Mikey dropping it back to Cameron. Cameron holding on to it, sending it back over into the corner around the boards. Grayson chasing after it. Picks it up. Makes the drop pass back to Riker. Tried, but intercepted by Wyoming. Wyoming coming in. Just blowing up Cameron's shot. Kicked to the side by Robbie. Back up over to their D. They send it back in. Picked up by Colton. Colton stops. Goes back. Makes a pass up over to Grayson. Riker getting it over. Riker chasing it in. Picks up in the corner. He's got it. Mikey waiting in front. Back up over. Colton's got it. Oh, come on, Cameron. Shot. Saved by Robbie. Back to Riker. Shot that goes back behind the net. Cam trying to clear it out. Gets stopped by Wyoming. Goes back up to their D. Shot. Blocked. Picked up. Cameron trying to clear it out. Gets it cleared. Picked up by Wyoming's D. Mikey chasing after it. Goes back over. Trying to pick up. Cameron gets it. On it. Doesn't do icing. Waves it off. We've got Merrick out. Dean. Hayden. Parker. And Ian. Up to Parker in the corner. Parker's able to keep it in. Gets it up over to Merrick. Merrick holding on to it. Up against the boards. Gets popped out. Ian coming in to help him out. Ian with a pass back to Parker. Parker holding on to it with a shot. Gets deflected by Wyoming. Wyoming trying to clear it out. Hayden with a nice little pressure there. Shot. Blocked. Back to Parker. Parker trying to dump it in, and he does. Still picked up by Wyoming. Picked up by Parker. They try to do a high pass. He grabs it from the air. Back over to Hayden. Hayden with a pass to Parker. Parker holding on to it with a pass up over to Merrick. Wyoming picks it up. And they lose it. Back over to Ian. Ian's got it by himself. Gets poke checked. Coming out, we got Brock. Cross ice pass. Fergie's there. Fergie's got it. Gets it over to Ian. Ian holding on to it. Stops. Reverses. Trying to clear it up. Get it up to Fergie. Waving off icing. Goes back behind the net. Brock's there. Picks it up. Fergie's waiting in front. J. Ray's waiting in front. Wyoming picks it up. Milo's out on D with Aiden. Fergie trying to make it over to J. Ray. J. Ray's got it. Oh, and then he's got Wyoming all over him. Back up to Aiden. Pops out just beyond. Milo picks it up. Gets it. Trying to clear it out. Keeps it into the neutral zone. Gets dumped into our zone. Aiden chasing it down. Picked up by their D. Brock chasing it down. They try to do a high pass. Fergie is able to knock it down. And picked up by Fergie again. Fergie dumping it in. Goes around the boards into the near corner. Wyoming grabs it and holds on to it. Goes back behind the net. Grayson chasing after it. Riker's there. They do a cross ice pass. Colton's out. Chasing after. Shot. Goal. After him. All right. Grayson chasing it down. Some pressure. Grayson over to Riker. Riker with a shot. Oh, blocked. Back over to Grayson. Back to Riker. And that's the end of the first. All right. All right, so we got Merrick with face-off. He's got Dean and Ian with him. Hayden and Parker on D, Robbie and net. Period 2 starting, even though the clock still says period 1, but we are in period 2. Let's go, Rebels! Wyoming with a face-off win. Hayden able to keep it out of the zone, up to Ian. Ian deaconing around, trying to make a pass over. Intercepted by Wyoming. Wyoming coming in. Parker with a poke check gets it out of our zone. Back up to Merrick. Merrick dumps it in. Dean's chasing it, and we have icing. All right, Merrick taking the face off. He's got Ian and Dean with him, Parker and Hayden. Merrick with the face off. Face off win, but Wyoming with a shot goes wide. Back up over to their D, trying to clear it out. Overshot. Robbie caught it. Beautiful save, Robbie! All right, coming out we got Eli and Milo, Fergie, Brock, and J-Ray. Brock with the face-off. Shot towards Robbie, goes to the side. Another shot goes way to the side. Back up over to Wyoming. Wyoming with a pass up to their D with a shot. Robbie pushes it out of their way. Back up over to their D again with another shot. Deflected by Brock. Goes high. Back behind the net. Picked up by Wyoming with a shot. Stopped and covered. Way to go, Robbie. Wyoming with a shot. Robbie pushes it off to the side. J-Ray's there trying to block it, and he does. Gets picked up by Brock. Brock's coming in. Brock's got it. Dekes around. Oh, gets intercepted by Wyoming. Picked up again. Fergie's got it this time. Whole lot of stick lifting. They clear it out. Cleared out, goes sent back. We're going to have icing. All right, coming out, we got Riker, Grayson, Colton, Mikey, and Aiden. Riker with a face-off. Face-off win, Riker. Grayson up to Colton. Colton with a shot. Oh, goes off to the side. Back up to the side. Aiden's there, poke checking. Mikey's there, able to dump it back into the zone. Mikey there with a stick lift, back over to Grayson. Grayson holds onto it, goes into the corner, back up to Aiden. Aiden sending it back into the corner over to Grayson. Grayson fighting. Oh, we've got like a pile of bodies. Mikey's there trying to pick up the puck. Goes back over to Aiden. Aiden holding on to it. Aiden with a shot. Gets deflected. Oh, just over his shoulder. Wyoming picks it up. Gets cleared out. Aiden trying to stop it. They do a bunch of passes, and we're going to get a tripping call. No. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, we are. I knew it. Colton's going in the box. Ooh, sorry. That wasn't a very good angle. Rising. Face-off win by Wyoming. Wyoming with a D-to-D pass. Trying to make a shot, but he whipped it. Make another backhand shot. Pushed off to the side. Robbie catches this last one and covers it. All right, coming out, we got Colton. No, Dean for J-Ray. I was going to say Colton's in the box, Heather. All right, Wyoming with another face-off win. Back to their D with a shot. Goes high. Picked up by Dean. Back by Wyoming. Wyoming comes in. Dean with a lot of pressure. Unable to make a full shot by Wyoming. Wyoming grabs it with a shot. Stopped. Cleared. Back up to their D. Shot. Pushed to the side by Robbie. They are not keeping up with the shots on goal because they've got a lot more than 4. All right, Wyoming holds on to it behind the net. Milo's coming in. Shot. Pushed off to the side by Robbie again. Back to Wyoming. They make a shot. Another push off by Robbie. Back to Milo. Milo holding on to it. Picked off by Wyoming, goes back to their D. Shot that goes to the side. 1 minute left on our penalty kill. Score is 4-1 if you can't see it. I don't know how it looks, but Wyoming grabs it up against the far boards. They make a pass in front. Bad shot by Wyoming. Wide. Goes back behind the net into the other corner. Back up to Wyoming's D. Shot, kick to the side by Robbie. Wyoming grabs it again, making a pass in front. Picked up by Dean. Dean holds on to it. He's going to dump it into the zone. No icing. Coming out, we got Mikey, Riker, Parker. They try to do a pass in front of the net. Parker's able to intercept it. Ian's out. Shot towards Parker is able to block it. Gets it up to Mikey. Mikey coming in. He's holding on to it. Dumps it into the zone. Goes back behind the net. We're back to full strength. I just can't clear the screen yet. Up to Parker. Parker with a shot. Caught and covered. Ourself went over to Grayson. Colton's there here in the point. Back to Grayson. Grayson with a pass up to Mikey. Oh, gets pushed off by Wyoming. Picked up again by Grayson. Grayson holding on to it. Wyoming picks it off. They make a pass. Colton's able to get his skate on it. Robbie grabs it, clears it. Picked up by Wyoming. Grayson's coming in. Pressure by Mikey. Grayson with some pressure. Riker with some pressure and a poke check. Riker grabs it. Coming in. Puck pops out. Wyoming grabs onto the puck, drives it in. Picked up neutral zone by Mikey. Riker's got it. Back to Mikey. Mikey dumps it in. Riker's got it, and we have a offside call. All right, Bergie and Brock are out. Cameron and Hayden are out with J-Ray. We had an offside call. 8:44 left in the second period. Scores 4-1 Wyoming. That one goal scored by Merrick. Puck goes deep into Wyoming's territory. Sends it around. Hayden there. Picked up by J-Ray. Wyoming picks it back up. Gets cleared out. Cameron holds on to it. Cameron holding on to it. Trying to make a pass up over to J-Ray. Gets intercepted by Wyoming. Wyoming with a shot. Pushed off to the side by Robbie. Cameron sends it around to Fergie. Fergie grabs it, trying to clear it out. Doesn't get cleared out, goes back around behind the net. Cameron trying to make a pass over to J-Ray. Intercepted by Wyoming. They make a shot. Robbie pushes it off to the side. We got Fergie and Brock up against the boards. Cleared out. We're going to have icing. We are going to have icing. All right, so we got Eli coming out with Colton. Merrick, Dean, and Ian. Merrick with a face-off. Face-off win by Rebels. Dean picks it up, trying to make a pass over to Ian. Ian grabs it, dumps it in, sends it back around. Eli's chasing after it. Back to Ian, back to Merrick. Ian holds on to it. Merrick going in front. Ian's trying to get the puck so that he can make a pass to Merrick, who's waiting. Shot up. Eli with a shot. Cleared out, picked up by Eli. Eli holds on to it. Tips it up, gets it up to Ian. Ian with some pressure, gets it up to Merrick. Merrick dumps it into the zone. Wyoming sends it back up the boards, gets it up to Eli. Eli trying to make a shot towards the net, picked up by Wyoming instead. Aiden's out on D. Puck goes back behind our net. right, puck goes back behind our net again. Sorry. And shot towards high stick. There we go. Yeah. All right. Wyoming has a recorded 29 shots on goal. I think we have a recorded 2 or 3. I'm not exactly sure. All right. Coming out, we got Grayson, Mikey, Riker, Colton, and Aiden. We're going to be in Wyoming zone to the goalie's left. To our near side. Riker with a face-off. Ref wants Grayson to get over just a little bit more. Riker with a face-off win, trying to make a shot. Back to Mikey. Oh. Goalie covered it. Redo. Riker with a face-off. Wyoming picks it up. Back up over to Colton. Colton getting it over to Grayson. Grayson holding on to it with a pass back. Mikey with a shot goal! Yeah, Mikey! Woo-hoo! There we go! Face-off win by Rebels. But Wyoming picks it up. Nice little poke checks by Colton. Gets it cleared out. Wyoming grabs onto it. They do a D-to-D pass back up to their winger. Enough interruption by Colton that he is able to grab onto it. Deeks back in the corner, makes a pass up to Riker. Riker's got it. Oh, just bypassed it. Aiden with a nice poke check. Back over to Mikey. Back to Aiden. Aiden holding onto it with a pass over to Colton. Colton holding onto it with a pass up. Gets it to Wyoming. Wyoming sends it back in. And we're going to have icing. All right, coming out. We got Parker and Hayden, Brock, Fergie, and J-Ray. Brock with the face-off. Wyoming picks it up, drives in. A little bit of a breakaway shot. Caught and saved by Robbie. Way to go, Robbie! All right, we're going to take this face-off to Robbie's right. Brock with the face-off. No, J-Ray with the face-off this time. Face-off win. Drop back to Hayden. Hayden picks it up. Gets pinned. Puck goes towards Robbie. Fergie grabs it. Chips it up the boards. Gets it to Wyoming. They reconnect in their zone. Fergie chasing it. There's a lot of chasing. J-Ray there. We're going to have icing. Oh, they waved it off? Seriously? Why did they wave it off? Shot towards Robbie on the side. Picked up by Fergie. Fergie gets his pocket picked by Wyoming. They try to make a shot, but it goes back behind the net. Back to Wyoming behind the net, waiting. Goes up to their D. D with a shot. High. And to the right. Wyoming sending it back behind the net. Parker with some pressure there. Goes into the far corner. Hayden does a little bit of interruption, but Wyoming still making a shot. Puck goes across the crease. And what do we got? We're going on a power play? I think so. No. Yes, we are. Oh, our first power play of the tournament. All right, coming out. Wing Colton holding on to it. Holding on to it. Gets poke checked by Wyoming. Wyoming holding on to it. Back up over to Grayson. Grayson holding on to it with a pass over to Milo. Milo holding on to it. Making a shot towards. Get kicked off to the side. Mikey there. Trying to get it to Riker. Poking it. Back to Grayson. Grayson with a shot. Oh, to the side. Back up in front. Wyoming trying to clear it out. They are successful. Grayson chasing it back. Shot that goes high and into the netting. They should. Oh, that was high sticky. Oh, slash? On who? On Grayson? Oh. There goes our power play. So we're going to be 4-on-4 for the next minute off. Picked up. Goes around. Merrick still has it. Merrick's got it. Gets poke checked. Picked up by Wyoming. They reconnect. Wyoming clears it out, gets it up to Colton. Colton sends it over to Milo. Milo dumps it deep in, goes around the boards. Aiden's out for Milo. Colton holding on to it. Back up over to Dean with a shot. It's loose. Oh, gets cleared over. Colton again. Back up over to Merrick. Merrick making a shot towards Dean with it. Caught and covered by the goalie. All right, coming out, we got, I'm not sure, I'm going to hold on to it. Hayden out for Colton. Merrick with the face-off. 38 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Wyoming with a face-off win. Aiden is able to poke check it. Puck goes down. Wyoming chasing it. Goes around. Shot and covered by Robbie. Merrick with the face-off again. Face-off win by Wyoming, back up to their D. D with a shot, goes to the side. Shot towards Robbie, another shot. Robbie pushed off to the side. Aiden's pushing this kid out of the crease. Into the corner, picked up by Wyoming again. They do a pass back, shot gets deflected. How is that not offside? Shot stopped by Dean. Shot again. Pushed to the side. They've got to be up to 30-some shots by now. Wyoming still holding on to it. We're on a penalty kill for the next 20 seconds. Up to their D. Shot towards Robbie, but it's off to the side. Picked up by Wyoming again. Dean's there. Robbie with another save. Goes across the ice, back up, trying to get it up to their D. And we are back to full strength. Picked up by Grayson. Grayson gets pushed off to the side. Trying to clear it out. Brock's trying to get there. Hayden clears it. Going into the zone. Brock chasing it. He's got Grayson with him. And Parker, Fergie. Fergie trying to get it back into the zone. He's able to. Grayson going after it. Wyoming with a pass. Poke check attempt by Hayden. Shot towards Robbie. Caught and covered. Wyoming with 38 shots. Rebels with 18 shots. Thanks to my friend. Keeping an eye on the game and keeping me updated on the stats. All right, coming out we got Riker, Mikey, Grayson, keeping out Parker and Hayden. Wyoming trying to keep it in the zone. Pass up to Grayson. Gets intercepted. Wyoming digging around. Shot. Saved by Robbie. Another shot saved by Robbie. No. That's not Parker. That is Milo. Sorry. Or Hayden. It is Milo and Parker on D. Shot. Saved by Robbie. Down to 48 seconds left in the second period. All right, we got Parker up behind the net. Picked up by Mikey. Woo, trying to sit Mikey down. Mikey says, no, thank you. Puck goes back behind the net. Picked up by Wyoming again. They reverse, go back, and cleared out. Grayson going for a line change. Riker's got it, dumps it in, makes a shot towards Fergie comes in, goes around. We got Colton, J-Ray, Brock, Cameron, Fergie. Tuck back behind the neck. J-Ray and Fergie chasing after it. J-Ray, and that's the end of the second. Score is 4-2 Wyoming. All right, so we got J-Ray, Fergie, Brock, Cameron, and Colton. Robbie started the third. Face-off win. Not sure. I guess the goalie wasn't ready for Wyoming, so we're redoing that. Which is a good idea. That was a pile-up. J-Ray with a face-off win back to Colton. Colton sends it up to Brock. Brock getting it over to J-Ray. J-Ray gets intercepted, but Fergie grabs it again. Fergie with a shot. Gets blocked by their D. Picked up by Wyoming again. J-Ray's back there. Goes into the far corner. Brock chasing it. Wyoming making a pass up. Picked up by Cameron. Cameron trying to clear it out. He's able to get it up to J-Ray. Another battle. Brock's there. Gets it up to Fergie. Fergie dumping it into the zone. Colton and Cam take it, staying out. We got Dean, Merrick, and Ian coming on. Wyoming holding on to it, sends it over to the far corner. Puck gets passed over. Ian chasing it. No icing. Picked up by Wyoming again. Cameron with a nice little stop, even though I don't think he meant to have the kid land on him. But that's all right. Wyoming picks it up. We got Merrick and Ian with some stopping. Cameron putting some more pressure up against the boards. Merrick's there. Ian's there. More pressure. Merrick grabs it. Shot towards Robbie. Catches and covers it. All right, coming out, we got Eli. Milo? No, Mikey. Milo. Yeah, I was right. Grayson and Riker. Riker with a face-off off to Robbie's left. Team Wyoming with the win. Back up over, cleared out. Milo grabs it. Milo with a poke check. Milo's got it. Kicking it up to himself. Milo's got it. He's got Grayson with him. Stops. Reverses, shot, still loose. Back up over, Wyoming grabs onto it. Eli able to keep it in, gets it over to Mikey. Mikey with a pass over to Riker. Oh, just outside of his reach. Milo's able to get there, makes a shot towards, goes back behind the net. Mikey's there. Back up over to Grayson. Goes in front. Oh, Riker trying to make the shot. Gets picked off by Wyoming. Wyoming holding on to it. Grayson able to keep it in the zone. Up against the boards, back to Grayson. Grayson holding on to it. Riker's there. Riker gets shoved. Aiden is out for Milo. Wyoming comes in. Poke check by Eli with a beautiful stop. Riker clearing it out. We're going to call icing on that one. Huh. All right, coming out, we got Parker, J-Ray, Fergie, Aiden, and Brock. No. I lied.
Are we in the power play yet?
No. Oh, we are. We are on a power play.
All right.
Merrick with a face-off win. Gets pushed off to the side. Wyoming still picks it up. stopped by Hayden. Hayden sending it up to Wyoming. Wyoming grabs it, holds on to it. Stopped by Hayden with a big hit. No, he's not. Picked up by, oh no. Colton gets stopped. Ian trying to stop it with his skates. Makes I guess a shot, but it wasn't really a shot. Anyway, Colton has it. Colton trying to make a pass up to Merrick. Intercepted by Wyoming. 1:14 left of our power play. Back up over to Wyoming. Parker's out now for Hayden. Milo's out for Colton. Oh! Thank you! This is going to be an extra long. We're going to have a 5-on-3. Pass up over to Mikey. And there we go. All right, we're going to have 5-on-3 for 57 seconds. That was awesome. Way to pull that one, Milo. All right. What the fuck is going on? Sorry, excuse my language. I'm so confused. Okay, there they go. They updated the board. Looked like they cleared it all. I was so confused. Oh, he got ejected. He got ejected. Yeah. Walk of shame. Oh, it's because he got a 2 and 10. And his 10 minutes will be served in the locker room. Yeah. 2 and 10. Might as well just go. Yeah. All right, so we got Colton, Riker, Mikey, Grayson. I don't know who's over there. Fergie? And there is really bad static going on. Riker with the face off. We have a 5-on-3 for 55 seconds. Oh, gets popped out. Colton coming in, putting on some pressure. Oh, is he going to get a tripping call? No. There we go. Back up to Riker. Hard pass. Wyoming parents are mad. Picked up by Fergie. Fergie holding on to it. Gets it up to Mikey. Mikey with a shot. Caught and covered. 28 seconds left on our 5-on-3. Milo coming on for Fergie. Riker has it, sends it back over to Mikey in the corner. Mikey trying to get it over to Grayson. Goes back up over to Milo. Milo holding on to it. Milo holds it, does a pass over to Hayden. Hayden with a shot. Still loose. Caught and covered. 10 seconds left in our 5-on-3. We have 9:46 left in the game. Riker with a face-off win, gets it over to Grayson. Grayson sending it back over to Hayden, gets picked up. Hayden with a poke check, gets it back over to Grayson. Grayson holding on to it with a shot, gets pushed off to the side. Goes into the far corner. Mikey's there. Mikey up against the boards. We are now onto a regular power play. Milo with it, back over to Mikey. Mikey back to Milo. Milo with a shot. Gets deflected. Wyoming has it, comes in with a pass over shot. Robbie clears, blocks it. Another shot gets deflected. Back up to their D. Popped out. Back to Milo. Milo holds on to it, sends it up around the boards. Back to Milo, to Aiden. Aiden holding on to it. Offside call. 9 seconds left in our power play. Parker's out, Ian's out, Dean's out, Merrick's out, Aiden, Gloria is out. Ian back to Parker. Parker over to Aiden. And offside call. We are no longer on the power play. Birds back up over. We're just going to go back and forth here. Back over again. Picked up by Merrick. Oh. Yep. Icing. All right, coming out. We've got Colton and Cameron, Brock, Fergie, and J. Ray. Merrick taking the face off. No, J. Ray taking the face off. Why did I say Merrick? Sorry. J. Ray with the face off up over to Brock. Drop back to J. Ray. J. Ray holding on to it. Pass up to Fergie. 7:59 left in the game. Cameron up against the boards, able to get it back in. Fergie chasing it. J. Ray's there. Pops out again. Wyoming trying to make a pass. Cam intercepts it. Trying to drop back. Wyoming grabs it, dekes around. Shot that goes way to the side. Fergie picks it up. Fergie's got it. Brock's with him. Brock has it. Brock trying to make a shot, gets stopped. All right, we got Mikey, Grayson, Riker coming out. Eli and Milo. Riker with a face-off. Milo with a beautiful stop from the breakaway and shot. Shot goes high, far side. Picked up by Wyoming again. Trying to make a pass, intercepted by Mikey. Mikey grabs onto it. Mikey dumps it in. Not sure it's up against the boards. We got Mikey and Eli there. And someone's getting called. Tripping. We're going on another power play. Caught and covered. Dang it. Right off the face-off. That was beautiful. Let's do it again, Riker! Riker with the face-off again. Riker picks it up, gets it to Mikey. Goes across to the other side. Hayden's able to get it. Gets over to Riker. Riker with a shot that goes a little high. Picked up by Mikey. Back behind the net, trying to get it to Riker in front. Back up over to Colton. Colton holding on to it with a pass over to Grayson. Back up over to Wyoming. Wyoming breakaway. No goal! That was no goal! Come on! They called it a goal. Yeah! No goal! Ready! Call Toronto. If you don't know, in the NHL, if ever there's a question on a call, or basically any call, they send it up to Toronto where they review it. That was a no goal. Woo! 1:28 left in our power play. 6:21 left in the game. Riker with a face-off. Mikey, Hayden. Colton, Grayson. Wyoming has 47 shots on goal. Rebel has 22. Grayson up to Mikey. Mikey dumping it in. Got tangled up. Back to Grayson. Back to Colton. Colton holding on to it. Can't get a shot off. Makes a shot. Oh, just to the side. Riker's there. Picked up by Mikey. No goal. We're going to go on the far side. 1:07 left in our power play. Coming out. I don't know who we have. We got Parker and Aiden coming out, keeping out Riker, Mikey, and Grayson. Back to Aiden. Aiden dumping it, getting it over to Riker. Grayson coming off. Who's coming on for him? We got Ian. Wyoming coming back with another shot. Goes high. Back up to their D. They keep it in. 44 seconds left in our power play. Ian with some nice pressure. They do a D-to-D pass. Back up over into the middle. Picked up by Aiden. Aiden holds on to it. Aiden's got time and space. Trying to make a pass over. Gets intercepted. Wyoming picks it back up. Parker with a nice little poke check. Pushed off to the side. Gets cleared out. Merrick's got it. Merrick's chasing it. Merrick's got it. Go, 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 go. Merrick has it. Trying to make a shot. Oh. Poke check. 8 seconds left on our power play. Back up to Aiden at the point. Aiden holding on to it. Gets it back up to Parker. Parker with a shot. Oh, goes back behind the net. Merrick up over. Trying to get it. Oh, they're back to full strength. My watch just notified me that this is a loud environment. All right, we got J-Ray, Fergie, Brock, Colton, Eli. Chuck. Shot. Hey. Amy. Can you guys stop smacking on that thing because it's shaking the camera?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. All right, Wyoming sending it over. Goes up into the netting. About hits the thing. Jerry with a face-off. Kind of a stalemate. Picked up by Fergie. Gets picked off by Wyoming. Wyoming making a pass over. Colton's there. Keeps it out of the zone. Back up over to Colton. Colton has time and space. Gets it up to Fergie. Picked up again by Colton up to Brock. Brock chasing it. Has it. Brock making a pass over. To Fergie. Just outside of his reach. Back up against the boards. Eli's there. Interruption. J-Ray with some pressure. Shot towards Robbie. Another shot. Save, save, save. Way to go, Robbie! Picked up by J-Ray back behind the net. J-Ray holds on to it, trying to make a pass over to Eli. Gets intercepted. And pops clear. Fergie and Brock chasing it up. J-Ray clears it out, gets it up to Brock. Wyoming making a shot on Robbie. That goes high. Shot, caught and covered. Fergie just set that kid down. Way to go, Fergie. All right, we got Mikey coming out. Riker, Grayson, Milo, and Hayden. Milo with a pass up to Mikey. Back up over to Wyoming. Back to Milo. Shot towards Robbie, pushes it off to the side. Holy cow, that was a heck of a shot. Back up to their D. Another shot. Caught and covered by Robbie! Way to right, Aaron, what's my shot count? Waiting for Toronto to come back to me with my shot count. We have 3 minutes left in the game. Score is 4-2 Wyoming. Riker with a face-off win. Milo gets it up to Mikey. Shot towards Robbie. He pushes it off to the side. Grayson grabs it, able to clear it out. Back up to Milo. Offside call. (51) Wyoming, 25 Rebels. We have the best fans. All right, Wyoming with a face-off win, gets it back up over into the neutral zone. Milo's there, putting on some pressure. We got Riker here, gets it up to Mikey, back to Milo. Wyoming picks it back up. They come in. Milo's able to put enough disruption that he couldn't get a shot off, but shot towards Robbie. He's able to clear it out. Back up over to Wyoming. Back around. Picked up by Mikey. Mikey dekes around. Mikey is by himself. He's got a one-on situation. Makes a shot towards and caught and covered. All right, coming out. We got Merrick. Dean, Fergie. Nope. Wait. Ian. I don't know. Dean, Merrick, Ian, Fergie, Brock. We're doing all forwards. But where's our... Oh, here comes J-Ray. We pulled Robbie. Shot! Goal! Goal from Dean! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Merrick, Fergie, J-Ray, Dean with him. Wyoming making a shot towards Robbie. Robbie pushes it off to the side. Back towards Robbie. Robbie grabs it and holds on to it. 1:56 left in the game. Score is 4-3 Wyoming. All right, coming out. Oh no. We got Mikey, Riker, Hayden, Grayson, Colton. Riker with a face-off. Gets it over to Mikey. Mikey passing it back to Colton. Colton sending it around the boards. Wyoming sending the puck back behind. Riker chipping it up the boards, trying to clear it out. Unable to clear it out, gets it up to Hayden. Hayden getting it up to Grayson. Grayson's going, he's got Mikey with him. Gets poke checked by Wyoming. Back to Riker. Riker holds on to it, trying to get a shot on. Back to Colton. Colton holding on to it. Drop pass back to Mikey. 1:15 left in the game. Robbie's off. Oh no! Merrick's on! Merrick's on! Merrick's on! Oh. Merrick tried so hard.
Empty net goal.
Empty net goal for Wyoming. Dang it. All right, we got Fergie, Brock, J-Ray, Parker, and Aiden. Wyoming with it, coming up. Parker with a poke check, back to Parker, back to J-Ray. J-Ray with a pass up to Brock. Just wide. 52 seconds left. Cross ice pass. It's up to Aiden. Aiden clearing it out. Wyoming comes away with it. Through the feet, trying to be fancy. Luckily, J-Ray was there. Fergie's able to keep it cleared out. Back to Fergie. Fergie's holding on to it. Fergie dekes around. 18 seconds left. Goes up against the boards. We got Brock and J-Ray. They're holding on to the puck. Killing time. 9 seconds. Wyoming with it. And that's the game. These boys never gave up this whole game. What an improvement from yesterday. But they're still heartbroken. We play again at 9:30 tonight. We're going to be playing in the CC Tigers Arena. Paula will be doing a live stream. So I will talk with you guys, I don't know when. Just to let you know, we will have a game at some point tomorrow. I just don't know what time. It depends on where we are. So appreciate it. Happy New Year again, you guys. And we'll see you later tonight.